Hey crew, so I gotta give a shout out to Overcooked Chicken in the Discord over here, good name Chicken, as he said you can make ignitions while in a Well of Radiance on a Warlock as long as you're using the right setup, and this is with no artifact mods either, which is awesome. You can also keep your restoration when you're done in the well, when you walk out of the well, and I assume this is some sort of kind of bug in the game, but I'm going to show you guys anyways because we know Destiny and bugs and it could last forever, so who knows. Now I get a lot of messages and I'm over here thinking there has to be a catch, right? You know, something a little extra that has to be done for this to work, like an artifact mod or something. So I decided to test it out for myself, and lo and behold, it kind of blew my mind. So this build has no artifact mods or anything like that and will be good in seasons to come, and if you are running a Well of Radiance, I urge you guys to make these few changes because man, does it make a well pretty dang deadly now. You can be that expert ad clearer with a well while providing all the normal benefits of a well, and we can pretty much chain our Well of Radiance back to back solo, which means if you're with a team doing this, it will be even better because you can get orbs from them. This is a great build for anyone struggling with any kind of content or just want to sit back and shoot your weapon instead of spamming abilities, because some people might not like those ability spam builds. And if you just want to point and click, this build will work perfectly for you. So the first thing, of course, to make this all work is to have Well of Radiance on. That is our super of choice, and remember, it's a tier 1 super, so we get it really fast, especially if we're putting out damage. If you're using a primary weapon and putting out extra damage on enemies, that's going to get that super back really fast. The next thing you want is any solar weapon. This can be exotic, this can be legendary, it can be primary, special, heavy. I tried every possible way. You just need solar weapons. Yes, stuff like Gallahorn works. I was using Xenophage, that worked. I used a legendary solar shotgun. I used Sunshot, I used Teraba. I used all kind of different ones. Try it out for yourself, see which one you like the most. But any solar weapons makes this work. So you can have a solar in your special, you can have it in your heavy, you can run a primary solar, right? So you always have ammo in your solar, all kind of different options for you there. The next thing you're going to throw on is 2 fragments. The first one is called Ember of Combustion. This states that final blows with your super will cause an ignition. Well, somehow any solar weapon is considered a super final blow as long as you are in the well that you put down. And I mean any solar weapon here. I already went over that, guys. So choose whatever one you want, but any solar weapon while you're in that well and you get a kill on enemy, that enemy will ignite. So you can just ignite after ignite after ignite. And when we put this whole build together and try to get our super back faster, those ignition kills are going to add to our super regen, which is just great. And the second one is Ember of Empyrean. So when you're in a well and you pop your well down, Ember of Empyrean does proc. So what I want you guys to do is throw your melee while you're in that well. That's going to make you radiant. The damage doesn't stack there, but what that's going to do is when that well is gone, we're going to have radiant and restoration for 12 seconds, and you can just chain that afterwards as long as you get the solar kills. Now the second part of the setup is all about getting that super back, right? Because if we're in a well and we want to make ignitions, we need to have that super up as often as possible so we can take advantage of popping the super down, throwing out a ton of ignitions on enemies, and then getting that super back within like 10 to 30 seconds after we're done with our super. Okay, so let's go over the subclass really quickly, and then we'll go over all the different ways to get your super back really fast. Use Celestial Fire in harder endgame content so you can hit that Radiant from far away. You want to be using Fusion Grenade, very quick cooldown time, explodes twice, and this is going to play into getting our super back faster. Touch of Flame, you want to be using it because of the Fusion Grenade, explodes twice. Each explosion can proc our ashes to assets on our helmet, so we can get double the super energy from this, and then our ignitions also proc our exotic. You can use whatever you want in the secondary slot, Icarus Dash or Heat Rises, whatever one you want. Like I said before, Ember of Combustion you want on to make your enemies ignite when you're in the well, Ember of Empyrean to chain that restoration and the Radiant when you're out of the well, Ember of Torches to make you Radiant and allies Radiant, so the 25% damage buff, and then Ember of Eruption. Your solar ignitions have increased area effect. We're using this right now. You could slot something else in here and then use the artifact mod that increases eruptions, right? Or increases ignitions. But we're going to use this because we're not going to use the artifact mod, so this is going to be good for future seasons. Now for our armor, Phoenix Protocol is the one we're going to be using, the tried and true Phoenix. Also, this ornament is absolutely awesome. So Battle Hearth here, kills and assists you make while standing in your Well of Radiance returns super energy. You can get over half your super, like right above half. So we're going to get half our super back very quickly just by doing this, okay? So instantly we're cutting our super down very fast. Our super is a tier 1 super, so we're going to get it back insanely fast as it is. Just to put in perspective, right, 657, if I threw on Dawnblade right here, 1025. So that's the difference, and all you need to do is do weapon damage to get it back even faster. But on top of that, on your helmet, you're going to run double ashes to assets. Gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. This is going to explode twice with our fusion grenade because of our touch of flame aspect, and we can get double the energy, the super energy from this, which is just awesome. You want to be running 100 resilience if you can, because when you're in the well, that's going to make you super tanky. Well is actually way better than it once was, because I know we lost the overshield, you know, from Solar 3.0 update, but with 100 resilience, with that 40% damage reduction in the well is even tankier now. Throw on something like the resistance mods and concussive dampener, and you're even more tanky in that well, right? So you want to be running that. I'm also running explosive well maker here, so when our fusion grenades explode and get a double kill, that's going to spawn a well. On our gauntlets, we're running bountiful wells, so now we're doubling up any well generating mods. And yes, bountiful wells works with just one mod. If I have explosive well maker on here and get a double kill, I will spawn 2 wells because I have explosive well maker and bountiful wells on. Go test it. I still get this question, so go try it, guys. Now for our chest piece, I already went over this, went over the couple things. We want elemental ordnance here. Defeating combat with a grenade spawns an elemental well. So now one grenade, when we throw it, is going to spawn a well, and we get the double kill. So explosive well maker spawns a well. We're doubling up those wells because of bountiful wells. And then we have seeking wells, so they come to us. So if we're standing in that well, right, because we don't want to leave our Well of Radiance. So when we throw that grenade and we get the kills that we want to get, those wells then come to us. That's proccing ashes to assets twice. The wells are coming straight back to us, and we're going to get that grenade back even faster. And since it's such a short cooldown timer on the grenade, we're going to get it back very, very fast. And then on the class item, another elemental ordnance. So now when you throw one grenade, you are going to spawn 5 solar wells if you get a double kill. Okay, and it's really easy to get the double kill with the fusion grenade because it explodes twice. It's really big. It's very easy. So we're going to get 5 wells. Those wells are then tracking to us with seeking wells, coming right back to us, getting that grenade back. So then we can just proc ashes to assets over and over when we need that extra, like, you know, 25% super at the end. As you saw, by the time Well of Radiance ran out in the gameplay, we were about a quarter away from our super. So all we need is one well-placed fusion grenade, and we will get that super. And then on top of that, you can run double bomber, so then you can reduce your cooldown for the grenade just by popping a rift as well. You can also slot a bunch of class items in here or artifact mods, right, if you want. I just didn't do it because I don't know what's going to be next season, right, and it's probably going to be arc related, but just to show you how good the build worked even without it. Also champion mods, right, if you need the champion mods, throw them in here. Impact induction adds a little bit more. Causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. So we can throw our melee and get grenade energy from that. We can pop the rift and get grenade energy, right? We're always feeding that grenade energy back. And then the solar weapons, use whatever you want. I used Cartesian Coordinate once in the Grandmaster. It worked great. BXR works, right? Xenophage, whatever the heck you want is going to cause ignitions when you're standing in that well, as long as it's a solar weapon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And for those of you that are still watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I know I don't get a video out every day for you guys, but I try as much as I can. So thank you for watching. If you're still sticking around here, I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.